And we are back. Couch Company Podcast. I'm John, and with me, as always, is Tyler.
Hey, John.
What is going on, my man?
I am going to get up and unplug the water fountain behind me. So you keep talking. What's going on with you?
Not much. So it was actually really weird. I started my car, and this is the first time I've ever had Apple CarPlay. So now I'm convinced more than ever that Apple just knows everything about us, that they plug into our brains, and it's actually disturbing. So I boot up my car, and right on my screen, as soon as I plug my phone in, your place pops up on my maps.
Yeah, because it knows your habit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know it did that.
Oh, it's terrifying, dude.
It is super terrifying.
It got to the point where, and this is kind of adjacent to that, where I go walking. I try every lunch to go walking.
No, that's good.
So now when I do it, and I put my Apple Watch on, I do all this, and maybe it's just something in the program that just does it automatically, but now Spotify automatically comes up without me doing anything.
Yep.
So if I put my AirPods in, now it pops up in the OS, and it's like, okay, ready to play. Like, oh, you wanted a podcast, right? Like you didn't actually want the music you were listening to. It's like, oh boy, like
It's scary.
it's scary. It's also like we're creatures of habit. Like we just do the same things every day.
I come here every Friday, so that one's a pretty slam dunk.
Well, right. They know exactly.
But when
we're
you
doing.
like it's a Tuesday, and it's if I'm going out on a Tuesday, it auto directs me to the gym. It knows I'm going to the gym. But if I go a little bit earlier, it knows I'm going to the shooting range.
Wow.
It's disgusting.
That's yikes, man.
It's like, oh, it's 6? Yeah, you're going to see your cousin, aren't you?
Yeah.
Ask Nate how he's doing. It's like, what?
He needs more ammo, right? You should probably pick some up for him.
Dude, yeah, it's
Don't
like,
forget
don't
to
forget
use your Apple Card.
Don't forget your milk on the way home.
Get
It's
that
running low.
1% back. I wonder if you get percentage back on ammo. Probably not, right?
I have no idea. Probably, like, some cards have percent back on anything. So, like, 1% on everything, 2% on groceries, right? 3% on gas.
Yeah,
think I've
Apple,
seen that
it's like
before that.
it's 1% on anything if you use your card. If I have to use the physical card, and then 2% if I use Apple Pay, 3% if I buy anything with my Apple Card at an Apple store or on like
That's
the App
why
Store
you
or
always
something.
want to use Apple Pay. Trying to get that extra percent.
No, it's just way easier. Dude, Apple
okay.
Pay is amazing. And it doesn't have to be Apple Pay. It can be like the Shopify? Is that it?
Shopaholics.
Shopaholics Anonymous.
Shop a ding dong.
I love Shopaholics Anonymous, but
Yeah.
the people that are shopping know all about it. It's not anonymous at all. It's just like a
Everyone
Shopaholics
does.
John. Yeah.
I don't shop that much.
No, I know. I'm just saying it. You don't have to. Like, you might not shop a lot.
Yeah.
They got you.
They got me?
They got you.
Really? I don't even have an Amazon account.
There is
Isn't
a
that crazy?
file at Amazon with your name on it.
No, I'm
Yeah.
off the grid.
John Perez, the 15th or whatever you are.
The 15th?
Yeah.
15th what?
You don't even know all the other John Perez's out there, but they have
There's
you
a
numbered.
lot.
There's a lot.
a ton. That's a very common name.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm untraceable. The only thing you can find on me is an article back when I was in high school. I made like honors band.
That's good.
Little tidbit
Honors
on
band
that.
is a
It was an honor
yeah
to be part of that band.
trombone.
Trombone.
Nice.
The slide trombone.
You first chair trombone then?
I was once, and Tommy was not happy at all.
I'm surprised there's more than one trombone. Personally.
Yeah, in honors band, there's a lot. There's like 8, and I always hated it. I
Wow.
hate playing on the same part as someone else. It's very hard. It's very difficult that way because intonation just goes out the window, especially when you're in honors band. Everyone seems to be at a different level musically.
No, intonation is like the number one thing that you don't want to go out the window.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Although people say that rhythm is more important, it makes sense. Because if you think about it logically, if you're playing incorrect rhythms, you might as well be playing
Incorrect
notes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there is something to be said about rhythm's key. But why not just play both? And
Why
good.
just not be good?
Yeah, exactly.
And, yeah.
Well, I don't know.
That was a weird sentence. Why just not be good?
Why just not be good?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's difficult, but someone's got to do it.
Being a musician.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's actually true. Very true.
No,
Like, someone
sure.
has to be a musician.
Music is very
Music,
important.
essential.
Yes. Do you think music, and here's a good poll for you.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Is this going to be our poll of the day? We've been doing that
man.
where it's like I just sent one out during the podcast, which makes our research department go nuts, by the way, because he's used to like every Tuesday, Wednesday,
gets a little
Thursday.
buffer.
Now he's getting one like Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, what is going on?
So you know how we did the thing where it's like, okay, you lose one thing in the world.
Yeah.
TV, movies, books. Was that it? Was that just
we
the three?
Yes,
Three,
but that
four,
was
or
that
video
was,
games.
That was on an individual basis. Yeah.
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 So now it's like, okay, pick one that gets wiped from the earth.
Okay.
Art,
Art.
but like visual, like art. So like you're talking your paintings, your sculptures, your all that stuff.
Does porn count as art?
Absolutely. Oh no, it's the highest form. So, but drawn porn, not
Only draw.
high
Okay,
sweetheart. So not
Drawn art,
movies. We're
painting.
taking movies.
No,
and
videos.
the-
So it's just like still images that are made.
Yes. So not photography.
Not
It has to
photography.
be essentially
Drawings,
like the hentais.
Paintings,
Yeah.
the hentais.
Yeah. Your Mona Lisas.
Is Mona Lisa hentai? Probably back in the day.
I'm sure there is a version
Of course. Yeah, duh.
But anyway, take away all the drawn. Let's keep it simple. We'll take away all the drawn stuff in the world.
Now, when you say take it away, and I'm never going to let you finish your point, by the way.
Okay.
So when you say take it away, does this mean I can't doodle now? Like if I draw a little
you
stick
just can't.
figure,
You just can't
it'll
do it.
just evaporate?
Yeah, and we could split hairs on like, well, is the alphabet art and blah blah.
No.
I'm talking like
Definitely
if
not.
you're like, hey, I painted something.
Why would the alphabet be art?
I don't know. I'm just saying, if you, hey, I drew something. Hey, I painted something. I did whatever.
I think art is intentional. So,
Yeah,
yeah, if you want to do one of those bullshit modernist paintings where it's just the alphabet and you sell it for $5 million,
Yeah, it's just
that
Helvetica.
wouldn't count.
yeah,
I mean, it would, so that wouldn't exist. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Because the intention is art.
is art, so it
Yes.
wouldn't exist. So
Exactly.
would you take that away
Okay.
or music?
Art, 100%.
So I agree.
absolutely.
I agree. But can you think about how bland? Like would
No, it would
we
suck.
supplement?
Yeah.
Like how would we do that? Is a
Just more
is a
photography,
race, right? Like
more
is-
more videos, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's what exactly. It's like, does music supplement a lot of that stuff? Do people get more into music because they don't have a different artistic outlet?
I don't know, because do those skills translate? I don't think necessarily. Like I can't draw anything.
Yeah, no, I know. I
So, yeah.
but you would eventually.
More people
Learn.
would pursue it, of course,
Yeah.
because your options are more limited, obviously. Like
Yeah.
if you're interested in the arts,
Right.
you're now cutting a significant portion of that down, obviously. So
Do you think I would assume there's more art than music in the world, right?
music is art?
Yeah, well, art is in the
traditional
drawn and the
sense.
sculptures
Okay.
and the.
There's more art than music?
Yeah,
Is this a wheels and doors situation?
I think so.
Oh, this
trying
this
to-
would be a great poll.
I'm trying to get one of those, like that thought provoking thing. Like there's got. I think there's more art.
Well, we just go down the rabbit hole of what constitutes as art. Like, is a doodle an art? Like, so every middle schooler who's doodling in their notebook, do those all count as art?
I think you were onto something when you said it's the intention.
Yeah, well, doodles is tough because
Okay, well let me
you're
put it.
you're
So I
not
would say
intending
no.
it to be art, but it is a conscious effort to depict something. Or so I
Yeah.
think it.
So I'm going to say
Maybe it
I'm
could
going to say
constitute.
no.
Okay,
if
so
we
that's
have to put rules on this, I would say no. But that also means that like humming, whistling, anything that is not being like almost like recorded and produced for music.
So it has to be professional.
Yeah, either
Okay.
you need to produce like record it,
Yeah.
or it needs to be like you're at a concert or you're playing for like it's not just
I
like
think
you're just like
the
whistling. and
most
stuff.
simplified version of this is there more professional art or professional music, right?
Yeah, that's probably a better way of doing it.
Now
Like,
we're
get paid for it.
eliminating some of that, like because there's a lot of amateur stuff. Of course,
if
like
you get paid for it.
yeah, but only if you get paid for it. Music wins, I think.
Yeah, and they like here's the thing: they call it amateur, but you can tell that it's being produced. Like somebody's holding that camera.
Amateur just means you don't get paid for it.
Yeah. No, yeah. No, I know. That was a porn joke. that-
No, but
Yeah.
they're not getting paid for it.
I'm sure someone's getting paid somewhere.
And sex.
Someone's getting paid. Sure. Does that count? No, it doesn't count.
As art. Is sex art? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It's a performance.
I think we like to think that art is more than art.
Actually,
is.
it might be if we're thinking about it. Well,
The more you think about it,
it's
everything
either
is
art or it's a sport.
It's the art of sex.
Yeah.
The sport sport has to be competitive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm sure some porn is sport.
Sport. That would be a wild sport. Just some judges sitting there like...
I guaranteed it exists.
Of course, but not on the main
Yeah.
screen.
And I bet you not only that, but they're playing instruments while doing it.
Who's playing
And
instruments?
just bridging it. The actors and actresses.
I think we need to bring back like the funk bass during porn scenes. Like that was really a lost art form.
Do you think Seinfeld killed it?
What?
Don't they have a
The guy who wrote
funk bass?
Yeah, of course. But the guy who wrote the music for that actually did a lecture at our school.
They did the
Seinfeld
funk bass on
music.
porn. Oh, on Seinfeld.
Yeah. Not on porn.
I was
It's
gonna
just,
say,
it's
that's
just
very
one guy.
awkward. I don't know how he passed the
His name was Rich.
check.
His name was Rich Porn,
Rich porn.
and he just played bass for every single video ever in the 80s.
Pretty good.
That would probably be a lot of money.
That'd be maybe. I don't think you got a lot of money back then. Maybe you did.
I have no idea. As pretty much like everything else I talk about on here, I have little to no idea about.
Well, we're just coming up with things for the research department to check. So, adjusting for inflation, do you think the porn stars got more or less money back then? Because I assume it would be more.
Absolutely. OnlyFans is like unbelievable amounts of money coming in. I mean, that's like the
Yeah.
top 1%.
You would have to take that away,
but
though.
still,
That's
not. No way. That's definitely
I mean,
porn.
No. I know. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like if you're doing like a.
Are we going to be able to air this?
I think we're on the up and up so far.
I don't think
Might
so.
have to put it on explicit.
We've said porn like 800 times.
Yeah.
I really don't want my mom to listen to this episode.
Oh, okay. Does she listen to it?
Definitely not. But
okay.
If you are listening, Mom, I've never watched anything.
No,
this is all hearsay.
Yeah, it's all theoretical.
Absolutely.
And assuming.
I love Jesus, by the way. I really do. He's like my number one guy.
Can't wait for the title of this one.
I love Jesus, I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good title.
Or Jesus does not love porn.
Speaking of Jesus, I see you have the Chronicles of Narnia, C.S. Lewis.
Yeah, all in one.
Big Jesus guy. Did you know that?
Yeah. That's
He's
why we were
actually
allowed
a really
to read
good
it.
author. He's great.
Well, were we talking about it on air or off air whenever I said I had the best description of heaven?
Yes, not on air, but I was gonna say I never written like no forever on air.
That's true. We're always on
like
air.
every conversation I have with you, it's like I assume it's on the air,
Yeah.
which is dangerous.
It just keeps you on your toes the whole time.
Yeah, no, for sure. Have you ever been on your toes? Like you're not very agile. that way.
No, my toes are.
You want to be
are
on
aft.
like the front half of your feet.
I have so many blisters on my feet from my shoes when we were playing like all the different yard games at Kyle's 4th of July party.
Yeah.
And I, in the back of my mind, because I again, was walking during lunch, and I'm like, my feet are starting to hurt. And I'm like, I'm going to go to Disney here in, I don't know. I mean, actually, I'm in Disney right now for people that are listening. I'm sure I'm having a great time, but my feet are probably sore.
Toast, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. Disney definitely ruins your feet. I don't get blisters on my feet that much.
I only like with new shoes.
New shoes.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Or old shoes. Like if they're bad shoes.
Yeah.
No.
Having the right shoe is actually extremely important. It really is.
If there's anything we learned about this episode,
It's that you're never going to get a
shoes.
timestamp.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
You must get a timestamp of C.S. Lewis for that 5 seconds.
Yes.
we mentioned his name.
that's
That's the challenge this week.
Well, no, because we're talking about C.S. Lewis now, so this whole segment has been about C.S. Lewis.
C.S. Lewis / feet.
Podiatry, yeah.
Which completely wraps up our conversation from the.
I mean, in all transparency, so we like to pull the curtain back and let listeners know what's going on.
I
So
like to wear the curtain sometimes. Pretend I'm Superman.
Yes. Well, obviously, with the lampshade on your head and everything.
He didn't have a lampshade.
Sometimes he did.
Give
Whenever
me
he
one.
was-
I
whenever
will
he
give
was
you a
drunk.
cheeseburger if you find me one comic with Superman with a lampshade
Does
on.
it have to be in a comic book, or can it be like a
A
drawing?
picture.
Yeah.
Well, it can't be a fan drawing, obviously.
Okay, I was going to use the AI generator. Just Superman with a lampshade on his head.
I'm sure it exists. Like a
Easy.
fan. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think in a comic. You might be able to find one in a comic. Comics get pretty crazy.
Yeah. You know what? I bet you I could. I'll do a cheeseburger on that.
I don't want to anymore.
Why? All the comics in the world?
Dude, ready for this? So
Yeah.
there is.
Well, wait, hold on. So
Okay,
we're recording 3 episodes,
Oh, you want to
and
actually?
we're doing
okay.
it out of order and doing all kinds of weird things. So
Yeah.
if we seem disorganized on this episode, well, because we are, but
No, we're
also
not.
We're
Dude,
just
they
having
would've-
fun. We're just having fun. That's all.
They would not have been able to tell
That's true.
until you said that.
All right, I'll bleep all this out.
Well, you
Starting right now. I'm just going to start signing out. I could. I think there's a button here. Hold on. No, we actually turned the music down, and I'm not going to splice all that in. So forget us. I stopped talking. What's up? What were we going to say?
So what I was going to say is there's a periwinkle kryptonite.
Periwinkle blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what it does is Superman loses all his inhibitions.
That's red, isn't it?
I don't think so. I think it's periwinkle.
Well, I'm going off of the Smallville canon, where
Smallville?
where red is he just loses all his inhibitions.
Maybe you're right. I'm pretty sure it's periwinkle blue. Because
It
I
could
just
be.
remember it was like really funny. Like periwinkle's like pretty funny to say.
Periwinkle blue, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a pink one that makes him fall in love with Jimmy Olsen, I think, which is quite intriguing.
The only ones I think they had on Smallville, like they had your green, obviously. I think there was like a black kryptonite that got like lodged in his skin or something, and it like separated his Kryptonian spirit with his human spirit or something.
Yeah, I
it was
hate when that
bizarre.
happens.
Yeah,
That's how deep Superman gets. It's like he's created another ego.
yeah, dude. How like if you were Superman?
Okay. Done.
I feel like we're always talking about comic book characters, but if you were Superman, like how do you not have an ego? Like how do you not just
That's why I think he's one of the best characters
like
of all time.
That's all parents, right?
Yes, and that's why Martha Kent, check out our episode,
Yeah, top mothers.
Top 5 fictional moms. She's number 2.
Yeah,
Almost number 1.
she should have been number 1.
You really wanted Molly Weasley.
Did I?
You did. Because I
Yeah.
wanted Martha Kent. And I was like, dude, she literally raised the most powerful being.
Maybe I have to go back and listen to my arguments. I'm sure I was right.
I think you just have a thing for her. That's my speculation on that.
Redheads,
Yes.
you know.
Am I in the ballpark here? Sports reference, by the way.
Technically, Martha Kent was also a redhead, so it's
that
kind of
true?
a.
Did she have white hair by the time we saw her?
In Smallville, she had.
Dude,
she was
Smallville
like,
is not the canon, dude.
Smallville is yes. See, here's the thing.
Okay.
I don't think there's another, and I'm sure the research department or some other comic book person can correct me on this, but I think Smallville does the best job chronicling the early years of Clark Kent's life.
Besides the
in
comics?
a unique way. No, I would even say over the comics. I think it's more engaging.
Really?
Yeah, dude, Michael Rosenbaum is by far and away the best Lex Luthor. By
Oh, yeah.
far.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even close.
Yeah. I think did he do I think he was the voice of Flash.
He
on
was,
the,
yeah.
on the
Yep.
Justice League.
Yeah, now he does Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum.
Which is really funny because there's one episode in Justice League where Flash and Lex Luthor switch bodies. So
Oh,
he's
really?
playing Lex Luthor for an episode. Yeah.
That's actually super
It's
cool.
so funny. There's one of my favorite scenes is he's in the bathroom and he does he's going to the bathroom, he's like trying to figure out what's going on, and then he like goes up the sink, he's like, wait a minute, I'm a supervillain, I don't have to wash my hands or something. I thought it was so
Does
funny.
he try to mimic the voice of Lex Luthor then? Because I assume he's not going to do his like Smallville persona or anything.
No, he still sounds like Flash, but he tries to ham it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's like him doing an impression of himself, kind of. It's really funny.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just
He's just good.
that show is so great. Yeah, he's good too. He's great.
yeah.
All those voice actors are like my favorite, dude. Like John Stewart, Green Lantern. I forget his name, but he's like in everything, dude. He's
I was so confused. John Stewart does the voice of Green Lantern.
John Stewart is Green Lantern.
That can't be right.
I can't remember the voice actor's name, but he's fantastic. He's like in everything. He's like Samurai Jack, which I was like, what?
Oh, weird. All right.
He's the Jamaican guy from Futurama.
Okay.
He's a whole bunch of others. He's Wilt from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
I don't even know what that is. You're just saying words now.
Yeah, well, there is an age gap between us, buddy.
I
Anyone who's
learned
my
that
age
on a weekly
knows what
basis.
that show is.
Yeah.
That was a great show. It was a show about
I couldn't even repeat the show name.
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Yeah, okay.
So in this world, your imaginary friend comes to life.
Mm-hmm.
But when you outgrow him, he doesn't have a place to stay anymore. So there's this home, this foster home for imaginary friends that their kids outgrew them. It's actually quite sad.
Okay.
And they kind of live together.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, and they all live together and get into shenanigans.
All right.
But Wilt was one, and he's like this tall dude. They all look like monsters, I guess. He's like this tall little monster guy with a basketball jersey. He's really good at basketball. And then the whole thing was speculated that Michael Jordan was his creator.
Oh.
Yeah, which is cool.
Huh.
I forget if
they
he
never
had like
pay that off.
I don't know if it's confirmed. I forget if he had like his number or something, or there was like a reference or something.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool though.
Huh.
Great show.
I'll take your word for it. That's the thing is I'll never see it.
No.
I mean, I guess like, do you ever have like a list of things you want to show your kids, but then deep down you remember like they're not going to want to watch any of this stuff?
No, because Winnie the Pooh is definitively the best children's programming of all time.
Oh. Yeah, maybe.
It's timeless. Like, I think it'll hold up.
Maybe.
It will.
Because
that came out before even like I was a kid and that was like not old, but it wasn't new.
Yeah, I always considered that old when I was a kid.
It's a classic.
Yeah. So, I mean, by that kind of same line of thinking, though, when you're talking about like I don't know, Berenstain Bears or like the Magic School Bus, or something like that, do you think that so you're saying
no? I mean those shows suck for sure.
Okay. Well,
I don't think they suck. Magic School Bus was okay.
I'm trying to think of. Yeah, like, is there anything like what's on the same level as like Winnie the Pooh?
I told you it's the best.
I guess like Sesame Street and stuff.
Sesame Street, I'll be showing them that for sure.
Yeah, but that's not like you'll show them the new stuff, right? Like you're not going to go old school.
No, I will go old school. Back when Cookie Monster double-fisted cookies
instead of like lettuce,
lettuce cookies or gluten-free cookies or whatever they're on. He's on now.
Did they ever clean him up? Like is that where he's
he went back to cookies?
Did he? Okay.
There's quite an
outcry.
Those
liberal Democrats or whatever.
Dude, there's one thing you can't mess with. It's Cookie Monster, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, just let the man eat cookies.
Just his avocado toast.
I still am a proponent of Cookie Monster as a top 10 fictional character of all time.
Yeah, I can't.
I know you can't get there, but eventually when I make my 100 favorite characters, Cookie Monster will be insanely high.
But like you need to cast a more narrow net.
No.
I feel like you're going to get into this.
Wide.
Cookie Monster is top 10.
He makes me laugh.
Do you know how many
every time he's on the screen
there are?
Every time he's on the screen, he makes me laugh.
Every TV, video game, anime, doesn't matter. Cookie Monster's in the top 10.
Cookie Monster's better than them all.
Oh man!
Every time I'm like giggling now just thinking about his stupid face.
If we
just engulfing cookies, man.
If we had a guest on, and we said, "Hey, John has a top 10 favorite character,"
and
let's, for sake of argument, say Cookie Monster's is just your number one.
Oh, number one.
I bet you could spend like. Oh, that would actually be very fun.
Okay, here we go.
Get a guest on.
Yeah.
Do a 20 questions guessing game.
Who am I?
What's John's favorite fictional character?
Yeah. I mean, he's not my favorite, but he's up there.
Yeah, but for the sake of argument
of the game, yeah. That would be fun. I don't think they get it, dude.
I don't think they do either. You could say TV. Like you could narrow it to TV character.
I could narrow it to maybe kids shows.
Kids show would be pretty
obvious.
Not obvious, but I think you get it narrowed down a little bit more. I could get it in 20.
The only thing he doesn't have going for him is a character arc. But after the new stuff, there is kind of a character arc there.
Yeah, he
got
around,
stripped down, had to eat force-fed carrots.
Is
something.
that accurate? Is that actually a thing, or are we just making stuff up? I would assume.
I think they added a veggie monster. I don't know if they.
She's like pink.
She's something.
Yeah,
but I don't know if they replaced him with Veggie Monster, and then he came back.
Yeah, or they gave him like a love interest.
No, definitely not. I think she's his mortal enemy, if anything.
Should be. Yeah.
Cookie Monster wants the universe to be a cookie. That's his ultimate goal.
So Cookie Clicker would be like...
Cookie Clicker was probably funded by...
Can you imagine the Cookie Monster DLC for Cookie Clicker? How
it seems like a wasted opportunity.
Yeah.
It really does.
Like, how do you not have that?
I feel like
there's
Cookie Monster would be the enemy of that game, right? Because he'd eat all your cookies.
He's the deity that you're trying to, like, I don't know.
That would be
suffice.
Amazing. Like I remember you were talking about like you get to all these universes and shit, and like all this crazy stuff's going on.
Yeah, you just blow
breaks
the
fourth
up.
wall. Yeah, and then like it transcends that, and it's literally you versus the Cookie Monster. That would just be amazing. Like Cookie Monster is the ultimate deity.
Well, like because it's telling you like, hey, you know all those other idol clickers in the world? They all turn to cookies, and now they're all just making cookies, and that's what you do. Like Cookie Clicker just dominates everything.
Yeah,
but yeah, the end,
but not Cookie Monster, because there is one being that can dominate the cookie,
and you have to get such a high click count to defeat Cookie Monster, and you just never can.
That would be amazing. So ready for this? So it's like such an unobtainable number, that they never get sued for copyright because no one ever figures it out, no one ever sees it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like 50 Googleplex or something.
I feel like that's easy.
That's easy.
Well, not easy, but I feel like you can get there.
50 Googleplex?
Yeah. Well, are you saying it'd be like a solo venture? It wouldn't be like a group activity or something?
Yeah, solo venture.
Yeah. It would take a while. I feel like you could
that's an astronomical number.
How many zeros?
50 it's a million zeros.
Million zeros? Yeah, that's pretty high. Yeah, I probably couldn't do that.
And here's the thing, times that by 50.
Yeah, but you got to think too, like if I loaded up Cookie Clicker right now, within I don't know, 10 seconds, I would have trillions of cookies.
Yeah, trillions, like, what's the percentage? How many zeros does a trillion have?
Oh, I don't know. Millions, what, 6?
Yeah.
So trillions, 9.
Right.
Yeah.
We're talking a million zeros.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, every time you load it up, it doubles. So, like, I don't think it happens in your lifetime. What? A million zeros? No, absolutely. Because all you have to do is do 500,000 zeros, and then the next time, boom, million. Done.
Yeah, I guess. Doubling is pretty OP.
Yeah. I don't think it actually quite double. There would be diminishing returns there. I haven't played it in a while, but yeah.
Well, okay. Well, then that point, so then,
I think,
it's going to get less and less and less.
You could do it, but...
I don't know. Someone get on that. Do the math. See what the record is. See what the highest Cookie Clicker player in the world.
What do you think I'm doing in Florida right now?
I think you're eating a hot dog.
Probably.
That was a terrible guess, but you never know.
I'm actually terrified because I've been doing pretty well eating, right?
Like, you're boned. There's no way you're going to eat well down there.
I know. And I'm
and you're
afraid
going to spend a fortune.
Yeah,
the churros are great.
Chelsea told me that you don't, like the drinks around the world, you have to pay for all the drinks.
Drinks around the world?
Yeah.
What's
so
that?
Like Disney, you can go, like there's like, I guess, different countries. And
in Epcot?
In Disney, I think.
In Epcot, there's the lake and there's all the countries.
Sure, then yeah, maybe that.
Okay. And they have like they have a drink per country?
Yeah, that's but I thought it was like you're like walking around and it's like, cool, I'll take a shot of this and a shot of that. No, it's like you're buying full drinks and it's just like, that's very expensive.
Me and my friend mapped out once if we had a whole day, if we could eat at every country. And it was pretty cool. It's like, okay, we do this for breakfast and we like mapped it out.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
So we theorized like you go for Canada for breakfast. I feel like it's probably a good start.
Okay.
I forget what other countries there
This
are.
is great because I can tell future Tyler this, and he can.
Well, it would really help if I can remember what we talked about.
Yeah, I know. Like Canada.
Canada is a good breakfast.
I can promise you that we will go to Canada for breakfast.
Okay.
Do they sell food there? I thought it was just drinks. So it's like meals.
No,
and
they
stuff.
have food. I'm pretty sure last time I went. So there's like Canada, China, U.S., UK, Portugal, Japan, Germany, France, Mexico.
Yeah. Get Russia.
Is there Russia there?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know anything.
Maybe
that's there.
there's. Maybe. I named most of them. Morocco.
So it's like all over the place. Yeah, I don't know.
Is it Portugal? There might not be Portugal. Maybe Spain.
Brazil,
I don't know.
Argentina,
Definitely not.
Argentina.
There's like 8 or 9, I believe.
That's not so bad.
No, it's not
You
so
could do 9
bad.
Drinks.
No, you do 9
Get a
drinks.
little tipsy tossy,
Tipsy turvy.
tipsy turvy. I
Topsy.
think we have a shuttle, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So I think I can get drinks.
You can get drink.
I can get drunk. Drunk?
Are you drunk right now?
No, dude, I am so tired today.
Yeah.
It was a rough day.
Why don't we talk about how bad your job is?
No, my job's fine. It's just like it is mentally and like we've talked about where it's like if you're just it's just meeting. Like you always have to be on, you're on camera, you're constantly talking. Like I'm just tired of like
My meetings are a little different.
talking.
There's a lot of meetings where
on a
like
podcast.
well, there's a lot of meetings where I'm not on camera, so I can and I'm not the focal point.
Yeah.
Like I have to pay attention. I gotta understand what's going on, but
I mean, I'll be off camera occasionally and stuff, but like if I have to pay attention. And the only time I'm not paying attention is if I'm doing another like
yeah.
messaging people or emailing people or doing other things.
I don't think humans were meant to live this way.
No, and the multitasking stuff, and not to get on this tirade, but like our attention span is just gone. Like we don't have it. It's bad. Did I talk about the computer? How
Yeah.
I loaded up my older computer. It took like, I don't know, 5 seconds to load up, and I was like, "This is the longest thing in the world. This sucks. It's terrible."
We should create an exercise where we try to strengthen our attention spans.
Yeah. Well, so and I wanted to talk about this later, so maybe I'll wait.
Okay.
But I am trying to do that.
So there's this game called League of Legends,
Oh my gosh, yeah,
and
that's going great, by the way.
every game lasts about 30 minutes plus,
And you have to focus on it.
and you have to focus on it.
Well, you don't have to. I don't. But then you get in trouble.
But then you get miserable.
Yeah.
So if we force you to play it enough, eventually
You know.
you will force yourself to focus on it because you are not having a good time.
I don't know if I'm following the logic there, because I think even if I focus on it, it's going to be the same.
So if I forced you to play League of Legends for
Yeah.
8 hours every day,
Okay.
there's going to be a point where you're like, okay, I am going to get good at this game because this is miserable.
How would you force me?
Put a nuke in your room.
Okay.
Then if you don't hit the time limit every day, it blows up.
Huh. Okay. Can I send like my cats away?
No.
Okay. So my cats are like just tethered to me then. So really, I'm just playing for my cats.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I really hope Chelsea listens to this episode.
Well, no, Chelsea can leave. I assume she could leave on her. She has the knowledge. She can understand like what's happening and saying, "Oh no, I'm not."
You're
I'm not
the only
hanging
one who
out."
knows of the bomb.
Oh, so if I tell anybody, it automatically
Blows up,
blows or
yep.
something.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
one of those things. Got it.
Yep.
Well,
Because I don't want any other influences on, like, she's going to try to talk you out of it.
yeah.
I don't want any bad influences on you.
Any.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Okay.
That's tough. That's
Yeah.
tough. That's
Yeah.
a tough thing.
It's not easy.
You know. Well,
Now you can try to diffuse it because I'll respect the effort
the
put
effort.
into.
Oh, I'll try to.
learning
Okay, I try to defuse it.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, I have a better shot
Mm-hmm.
at diffusing a nuclear bomb
Okay.
than I do getting decent enough at League of Legends that I enjoy it without hating it because I'm decent at League of Legends. You know what I mean? Like the way I hear
Got
you.
to really unpack that.
No, I know
one.
the way I hear you talk about it. It's like you have to be in this sweet spot where it's like you're good enough that you're like kind of like big fish in a little pond type of thing where you're wrecking other people. But then the moment you cross into like, oh, your skill increases or the people that you play against are better, it's miserable. And now you're good enough to understand why it's miserable. For me, I just keep dying and that sucks, but like, whatever. I can blame it on not understanding anything. But if I know everything and I understand why I screwed up or why I am not good, somehow I feel like that's worse. I can grow from it more, I suppose.
Well, yeah.
But
no,
who wants to grow, you know?
Yeah, this is enlightening. You're very ignorance is bliss kind of guy.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to know anything about anything.
But yet you seek out knowledge.
Yeah.
So you do want to know things.
I want to know,
like you literally spend hours looking at the universe.
Yeah,
Shit.
but
like,
I feel, so here's the thing. The thing with the universe is we can guess. We don't know.
Well, you're talking to me intelligently about black holes. Like there are some things we can observe with them, right? Some things
but it's not even intelligently because we're guessing. Again, like it's just like, oh, this is what we theorize, and I can parrot that out. But like, I don't have any working knowledge of a black hole. I can repeat what I heard on the YouTube.
Well, I'm just saying like it interests you and you seek it out.
It does because nobody knows.
Yeah, but if ignorance is bliss, this is like the largest scale thing that you can seek out knowledge for. Ignorance is like existence and life and like the biggest scale.
But I know, so ignorance, I don't know why I'm even going down this road. Ignorance is bliss in the way that if you don't know something is even a thing, that's the ignorance of it. But I know there's space. I know there's stuff out there. I know there's life and that we're this crazy, like, how are we here? And that sort of thing. So, like, you know all that exists, so that's why you're trying to make sense of it versus, like, I don't know. Like, for instance, if there was, like, a comet hurtling towards us, the ignorance is bliss is like, I have no idea about that comet. But I'm not going to be, like, constantly scanning the skies waiting for the big one.
Well, this just goes back to my theory of worry about things that are inside your control. So when it comes to League of Legends, I can get better. It's a skill.
Sure.
So yeah, I'd rather get better than suck. Right?
Right, but if you get better, then because you're always going to suck, relatively speaking.
Of course.
Right?
Till we become the best.
Till you become the best.
Yeah.
So for 99.9% of your career, when you're sucking, doesn't it feel worse as you continue, or is the improvement good enough for you?
It's all about the improvement. Life's about the improvement.
Yeah.
Life's literally just a journey. It's like you never arrive.
See, I feel like life is about excuses, right? Like you need to be able to pull a blanket over your head and say like, nah, life is hard.
Life is extremely hard.
Yeah.
But
I don't know where I'm going.
If there's no pursuit, what's the point? I
mean, no, hey, buddy, I've been asking that question a lot.
Like you strive for perfection, right? Like that seems like the ultimate end goal of anything.
Based off of what?
Anything.
Like you could get perfect at League of Legends and then
but you never will.
Riot could trade and change one rule and completely ruin everyone. Look at Hearthstone, where it's like, hey, I have the best deck in the world, and then they change something. It's like now everybody has to rethink everything.
Yeah, but that's the exciting thing about life. You're always in pursuit of something. You can always improve at something.
That tiring?
No. Well, yes.
Yeah.
But most things that are tiring are worth it, right? Like you go to the gym, you work out hard.
Yeah.
Like on paper, it's like, well, that sucked because now I feel like shit.
Right.
But then you're done with your workout and you feel great. You accomplished something. You know that you're bettering yourself.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
you're bettering an aspect of yourself. I agree with that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think.
Well, no, I mean, yes, you're bettering an aspect of yourself, but you're bettering your overall person, right? like even one aspect just
Possibly.
increases your overall stock, right?
Possibly.
You're going to look better. You're going to feel better. You're going to be healthier. You're going to have more discipline. I mean,
are you feeding into the whole like, hey, you have to look a certain way to feel good about yourself or different things like that too?
I think there's some truth to it. Yeah. I think there's some
I'm
truth
just
to
playing
it.
devil's advocate right now. I have no idea
think it's
why,
a valid question. I think body image is extremely important.
It's a give and take.
Yeah, like obviously you can't be unrealistic, and it's really easy for you to get down about yourself and how you look.
Yeah,
because of comparing yourself to other people, right? And we have access to that more than ever, any other point in history.
Yes, but I also think it's also a little bit more broad now.
Yeah, I don't
think for guys. I mean, I'm starting to see a little bit more chunky.
Yeah, the dad bod. That's probably the dad bod has been in a little bit more.
I was always getting really annoyed at like places like Target. Not put Target on blast because I think they've cleaned up their act, so to speak. But like I'll go through and it's like you have all body types within the women's section. You get to the men's section and it is just like
just straight ripped,
superheroes, just superhero. They've kind of gotten away from that now with their latest lineup, which is nice. But is it? Here's the thing: is it nice? I don't know. Like I keep going back.
It's
and
probably
forth
marketing, right?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely marketing.
Like maybe girls think, and this is just speculation. I'm just trying to put my mind in the whiteboard room for a minute.
Okay, that's scary.
Dangerous, absolutely. Who knows what's on that?
Yeah, please tell me what girls think.
Well, not what girls think. Maybe marketing has figured out. Well, I guess so. Maybe girls respond more to, "Hey, this model looks like me. That looks great. I want to wear that." And maybe guys are more along the lines of, "Oh, if I wear that, I'll look like that."
I don't know.
Does that make sense?
I think the latter is the flawed form of thinking, personally.
Well, yeah.
And I think they've
I'm not
changed
saying it's the correct way of thinking. I'm just saying maybe that it doesn't. If you're marketing, you should know this. If you're marketing, you don't care if it's the right way of thinking.
I'm not giving away trade secrets. No, I think
it matters if you can sell the product.
Yeah, generally speaking, I think it's just, I don't know. Was I actually getting annoyed not seeing people that look like me? Which I guess I'm calling myself chunky, which is...
Are you chunky?
Big boned.
Big boned?
Stocky. I used to say stocky in grade school. Oh, I'm sorry, husky. Husky was the one.
That's the one I hear.
Yeah. I don't know. What are we talking about?
Body types.
Body types, yeah.
There's all kinds.
All kinds. What's your favorite body type?
Triangle.
Triangle, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing, right? Trying to think of like
if you think about like a woman's bathroom sign, it's like a triangle body.
Yeah, but that's a dress.
But I like dresses,
I guess.
Which isn't a body type, but it's an extension of the body.
I like. Have you watched Umbrella Academy?
Nope.
Oh,
I try not to watch anything that's like popular and
no, that makes sense. That's why you're
because I have a podcast and I don't want to be topical.
We were watching Umbrella Academy and I keep going back and forth. I don't even know his name. Whoever the number one guy is,
Chad,
yeah, and he
actually
no, absolutely not.
That would be awesome.
It's like I don't know. It's like Lucas, Lucifer. But he has like this just massive because you said triangle. And he kind of has this triangle shape, but like his neck, like he looks
like reverse
like
triangle.
deformed. No, like the
upside
down
point
pyramid type thing. Yeah, it's so weird, man. But I was like,
he's just jacked or what?
Well, I keep doing this thing where I'm like, I look at different stuff, and I wonder, I'm like, okay, hey, is it? Do I get to? If I could look like this person and be like, hey, God, I want to be this guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool. But then, and this would be a fun exercise.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, I have to pick someone. I have to look like this person, but then any health issues that they might have or anything like that, you also have with them. So, for instance, I want to look like, I don't know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Okay.
Turns out he had, and I hope he's in good health.
I think he's in perfect health.
He's probably in perfect health, but he has like some terrible disease that he's miserable 99% of his day or something like that.
It's probably like that disease. There's like this mutation in some cows that make them just straight muscle. He probably has that.
He probably has that.
You ever see those cows that like can't even walk because they're just chonky?
Yeah. Chonky's the word of the day.
Dude, they're huge, bro. I gotta show you these cows. They always
You did. You showed me those cows.
They always make me chuckle.
Yeah.
That and Cookie Monster.
They're scary. Yeah.
They're very scary. Extremely scary, one might say. That thing would kill you.
Yeah. I don't know. That's enough rambling, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think we covered it.
So I'm gonna be back in a week,
and
we'll do something fun then. I guess. I don't know.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time. Check us out on couchcompany.games and on Twitter at CouchCoGames.
Yeah.
CouchCoGames.
That's where all our polls
It's been
are.
a while since I haven't messed that up.
I know. What are you doing? Being on the ball and everything.
All right. That's it. See you.